Hello, and welcome to the pod. It's just me this time, Oscar. You can follow the pod at MiamiPod on Twitter, themiamipod.com. You can find it on iTunes, Stitcher, Podbean, and right now you can watch us live. This is a Google Hangout. I'll start off my sincerest apologies that it's been so long since we've had an episode. Been working, and that's about it. And there'll be a little bit of a change this month. Ian is getting married, so congratulations to him and his fiance, and he's also going on a honeymoon and then moving. So we'll be Ianless, I'm pretty sure, for the next month. But I'll try my best to get some interesting guests, and if you have anyone in particular you'd like us to have on, just shoot either Miami Pod or myself a message on Twitter, and we'll see what we can do. But to get back into the swing of things, and because I didn't have time to listen to them as they happened, we're going to go through the second week of mini camp and the OTA pressers by Adam Gase. So there'll be a couple of things that I probably won't comment on until the end, like Cameron Wake, because I guess he'll be kind of a recurring theme. But other than that, we'll just kind of have any notes as they happen, so we may stop or start. I think we've got about an hour's worth of press conferences to get through, so won't leave it any longer. And hopefully the audio quality works out well. But if you're watching live, just send me a message if it's awful, and we'll take it from the top. But we'll see. Obviously, generally you can't hear the questions being asked, so if I can hear it kind of dimly, but generally the kind of answer, you can kind of tell what the question is, and that's what we're kind of really. But the way I listen to these things is just trying to decipher anything Gase is trying not to say, and that's almost what you get more out of having listened to every Gase press conference just when he was hired, going through his back catalogue at Denver and Chicago. It's still kind of fresh in my mind, kind of things he said before as well. So it'd be kind of interesting if he talks about anything that is kind of counter to what he used to say. But anyway, I've rambled on too far. We'll listen to Gase, and yeah, we'll just see if anything interesting pops up as we catch up. So I guess I'll just try and stop it after kind of between every question. So it was kind of interesting there. Like when I listen to coaches in particular talking about the health of players, is the wording of whether it's kind of how much they're getting from the player themselves and how much from the data they're getting. And that very much sounds like Wake is kind of telling them stuff, and they're using their information supplemental to that. So that's kind of interesting. That's obviously whilst they're not playing, and this is very early stage. But yeah, I think it sounds like I kind of want to leave the Wake stuff until the end, just so we get kind of the full picture as it goes, because it kind of seems counter to stop every time we hear about him. But that's just kind of like what I'm listening for when I listen to these things, is like what kind of wording are they used to tell what information they're taking from, or what information they kind of prioritize. So with Wake, it sounds like they trust him, that he knows his body, and they're letting him be the positive one, and they're trying to hold him back, kind of thing, which I think has been the line that Gase has kind of always said. It's like, oh, we're holding him back. And the same with Devontae Parker. I'm sure another player we'll hear a lot about going on. But anyway, we'll carry on. And so I guess it's interesting with Carew. He kind of avoided talking about Kenny Stills, which I think was the crux of the question, but just talking about Carew's versatility. How much he'll play in the slot will be interesting, considering you have Landry. Obviously, Landry can move around, and generally, uh, most of the tight ends on the roster, or at least Sims and Duarte, they're both basically slot receivers as well. So that'd be kind of interesting, maybe to look in preseason how much guys are moving around, how much the tight ends are playing outside compared to the slot. Pretty much, Duarte just played the slot at UCLA. But so that's kind of interesting to hear they like thing. It sounds like you can't really hear Gase, so I'll try and fix that. See if that doesn't seem want to work. Okay, maybe I'll pause this, stop this, so I'll just go offline for a bit and see if I can fix it.